Hey, friends, and welcome back to Joy at Work. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe. It's the month of July already. Can't believe it. We're into the back half of the year. Where did time go? We're going to wrap up our conversation on workplace incivility, but are you watching the World Cup? Crazy, crazy, crazy. If that's not your thing, okay. But if it is your thing, what a tournament so far. We'll see what things look like in a few weeks. But jumping back into workplace incivility, we started off this series talking about what it is and how it is this, if you want to consider it maybe low grade but continuous uh, uh, treatment of people in a rude or disrespectful manner. Then we talked about how to handle it when it happens between you and your peers, and then we moved on to how to handle it when it's demonstrated by people in positions of power, when power protects incivility. To close it off, I want to bring it back home. To experience change in the world, we often have to be that change. We can look at others to do things, and we're probably right that others should be doing things, but we must ask ourselves, how responsible am I being as well? So, if you want to experience workplace incivility, or if you do not want to experience workplace incivility, you need to yourself start off by not being uncivil towards others. Don't interrupt. Don't be rude. Don't roll your eyes. And when you do, repair as quickly as possible. Like conflict happens. We're human beings. We do things all the time. We make mistakes. But once it happens, repair, apologize, say, I'm sorry. Because when we don't, then we continue to do that same behavior time and time again. And all of a sudden, it becomes just routine for us. So that's important. Extend grace because people will do it to you, but don't ignore patterns. Just because you're extending grace doesn't mean you need to sweep things under the rug, especially when it happens repeatedly. At some point, you might need to pull somebody aside and say, hey, this isn't right. Let's act differently. Be the person who redirects in the room. When somebody says something like that idea is stupid, redirect the conversation and don't make it about that person or calling somebody stupid, but focus on the content of what's being discussed and elevate the conversation as best you can. Sometimes you do that in the room. Sometimes you might do that outside of the room where you say, like, hey, that wasn't the most productive thing to do in that meeting. These are the kinds of things you can do, I can do to model the civility we expect in the workplace. Ultimately, the question comes down to what am I becoming? What am I modeling? What am I showing to those I'm working with day in and day out? Am I treating people with respect and dignity? Am I holding people to account when I don't see it in the best way I can? Or am I just going along to get along? And these can be tough, but this is where it starts, in my opinion. If you want to have a workplace where civility is the norm, you need to make a conscious effort to contribute to that. So, hopefully, that's helpful. What other things can you think of that can help contribute to a workplace where civility rules the roost most of the time? All right, thanks for stopping by. Always enjoy the feedback, the comments, the encouragement. Appreciate you all. The only thing I ask all the time is if you find the content valuable, share it with at least one person, and let's continue to collectively do the things that can help us all experience more joy at work. See you soon. Bye.